justice, healing, education. Time to awaken the community. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are currently watching. If you guys don't know my name by now, I'll let you guys in on a little secret. It's Holly Cisa, and I am the host of this lovely program that we call Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Even though I have to note that we love all people. And the reason for that is because, I have those naysayers and those crazy motherfuckers that are like, oh, you do this for the Black and minority communities. Well, yeah, I'm a Black and minority woman, so duh. But guys, today we have an amazing episode. But before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, let's take a look at a commercial by one of our favorite partners, Harley Hendrix and Ganell's Crafts.
Hey, it's Harley Hendrix. I am the owner of Ganell's Crafts, where we make things handmade from our family to yours. And speaking of family, I want to thank Holly and Morning Mimosas for being an ongoing partnership here with us. So let's get it started. First of all, in 2025, we are doing wearables, which means that you could get some nice little clothing. I've made a couple of tops to start to market the fact that we are doing clothes this year. So yay. Please make sure that if you do order a custom wearable that you are prepared to get your measurements, as I cannot get your measurements, especially if you are far away. We are taking orders into June 13th, and if you mention Morning Mimosas at the end of your order, you get $10 off of the whole order. I definitely appreciate Holly for this ongoing partnership. Please make sure that you get your orders in. After I'm there running my mouth, I will have the instructions in writing, just in case me talking makes you forget what you're supposed to be doing. It's really easy to order. Hit us up, let us know what you want, and we let you know if we can do it. If we cannot do it, we will do our best to find a creator who can, because right now the girls are crocheting, and we are really, really grateful to be one of the girls who are crocheting. Period. I thank you again, Holly. I can't thank you enough for your partnership and your continued support. And I thank you, Morning Mimosa supporters, for hanging out and supporting my business. Even if all you do is share this commercial, I thank you. I hope you have a great day or night, depending on when you're watching this.
Guys, that is one of our lovely partners, Harley Hendrix and Ganell's Crafts. Here at Morning Mimosas, we absolutely love her. So as you guys know, this is something that she created for me, and I will always support everything that she does. So guys, they're taking orders until June 13th. You guys, $10 off a whole order. Come on. Can't get nothing better than that. And saving $10 right now sounds really, really good. So head over to Ganell's Crafts on Instagram and please order you something custom made, because it's made with love. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. Today, we're going to be talking to this queen right here, Miss Anyce. And I just wanted to show y'all this picture of her real quick before we start the episode, because this picture of her is absolutely gorgeous. I just wanted to give her just a really huge shout out. I met her on February 1st when I and a certain person who will remain nameless hosted an event here in Colorado. And at that event, I met this queen. So I'm just really, really excited that we've had this beautiful friendship for over 90 days, and she has proven herself, because now she's out of the 90-day probation period. So now she's on the shop. Total joke, y'all. Y'all know I like to hardy her, but let's give her a proper Morning Mimosas welcome, because y'all know how we do it here. Let's give her that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. Welcome to Morning Mimosas today. Thank you so much for being our guest. I am so excited to have you. Before we get the episode started, guys, I do want to mention the partnership between her and my business. Pew, 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 pew. So she has an amazing business here in Colorado where her focus is making sure that people feel amazing. So please contact Divine Body Studios and Anyce to get in contact with her services because she's going to help you feel your greatest, not just for the summer, but every single day of your life. Okay. So happy to be a partner with her. Just wanted to make sure that the Morning Mimosas fans saw this again because I know that it's posted on our Facebook page, but just wanted you guys to see this live. So,
Hi.
welcome
Thank
to
you for
Morning
having me.
Mimosas. Yes. Tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you do, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, which is building generational wealth with you.
Yes, for those who don't know me, I'm Anyce Childress, and I'm very honored for being on Morning Mimosas with Miss Holly over here. Yes, such a wonderful spirit and soul. I love you to death. You
Thank you. I
know,
love you too.
yes. Look, you can't help but love yourself. Okay,
Okay, I wish certain people would have known that, but yeah, let's not. Oh, I was about to be messy. Oh,
it's all
I'm
about
back.
self love because you got to start with yourself, right?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Or to love somebody else, but they got to love you for you though.
Yes, and
Okay.
that's ungrateful for that person. So, see, we'll have an episode where we're actually going to talk fully about that. But let's talk about you because here at Morning Mimosas, when we have a guest, we want to talk about them first, and then their whatever business they have, and then we're going to get into the meat and the potatoes of the topic. So the
Yeah.
floor is all yours to tell the Morning Mimosa viewers who you are, what you do, and then we'll get into it.
Well, thank you, Holly. I'm Anyce. For those who don't know me, I am a native of Denver, Colorado, 303 state. I am the owner of Divine Body Studios. We focus on your mind, body, and your soul, literally from head to toe, inside and out. I also partner with my mother as well, Ellie, who you'll see one of these days whenever she comes to an event. And we love our Black people. We love everybody, and everybody wants to be healthy, right? That's the basis. You got to start inside and out. Everybody thinks just eating healthy, working out. That is true. But you got to take care of your mental state as well.
Yep.
Okay. That's our biggest focus is your mental health as well. We've been around for 4 years. I actually rebranded and changed the name.
Okay.
you know. I was Pressure Body Studios, but we are rebranded. I am now Divine. Still can find me on all platforms as well. Ah, it is such an honor to be here. It is crazy.
I appreciate it. I know that we've discussed you coming on the show for quite some time. So
Yeah.
grateful to have you on here. So we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. But before we talk about that, today's
Mhm.
episode, we will be talking about generational wealth, right?
Yeah.
And the reason that we're going to be talking about this is because you and I have had conversations because I want to be a homeowner in the
Yeah.
next couple years. And you had expressed to me that you're able to help people in the Colorado community get to that goal. But before we talk about that, let's talk about ways to build generational wealth. So I had gotten this download from courtesy of Google, credit to Google, and this is just a little bit of some tips of how to build generational wealth.
Yes.
Okay, get out. What does it say? Get out of a budget. Get out of debt. Not get out of a
Yes.
budget. That now that's something stupid. Create a budget. Practice. I don't even know what that word is.
And
Frugality.
practice frugality. What is that? Frugality?
Yeah, whatever.
Being
Yeah, I don't know
frugal.
what that.
So it's
Oh,
practice being
frugal.
frugal.
Frugal. Okay. Yeah, I
Yep.
was like, it looks like frugal. Yeah. Practice frugality. Teach your kids about money. Invest in your future. What is that? Estate planning. Give your kids a head start. Embrace multi-generational households. So
Yeah.
those are just a few tips on how to build generational wealth. And another thing, guys, that I'm going to get on your asses about, please, please, please stop doing GoFundMe's. Okay? Stop doing
Yes.
GoFundMe's and invest in life insurance. Okay? I'm sorry. That's one thing I'm gonna really start getting on people's asses about because I'm so tired of seeing people's GoFundMe's. Like, get life insurance so you're able to use that life insurance while you're alive. There's a reason why it's called life insurance because you are able to use life insurance when you are alive. So I just wanted to make sure that I was getting that out there. But back to what you do, ma'am.
Yes.
How is it that you help the community realize their generational wealth goals, meaning home ownership, land ownership, um, becoming debt free, building your credit. How do you help people in that instance?
So how I do that is we will actually sit as a group and see what your needs are. Like, let's say you, like you, Holly, you want to buy a home in 2 years. I can get you in the house within a year and a half. Everybody say, hey, I have to have this huge amount saved. You don't. The amount that you're paying for your rent every month can get you into a home. That can be your down payment, actually.
That's true. That's true.
you know it all starts with you first and knowing what you need, and I can help you there from credit on down. Like I said, starting with a budget, you can't get anywhere without a great budget. Okay, you got to know what your finances are every month and know where am I starting at. I can't start at zero. Life insurance is a good one. That is the number one that everybody should invest in as well. You can invest in different kind of policies, which we can go into detail as well about. You can invest in different kind of Roth RAs, different kind of AULs as well, to get you financially free. But that's a
Yes.
little bit deeper on the other side. That's what my father is for, who is has his own nonprofit organization that I work with as well. So we always sit and have a great conversation of what you need from us.
Okay.
Come up with a monthly
So
plan.
okay. So is it so what you're involved in is basically what is that like maybe is it so do you know people who are involved with first time ownership programs and stuff like that?
Yes, everybody who we work with is what is it, NACA certified, who works with NACA. Have you ever heard of NACA?
No, I do not. Can you explain to the viewers what that is?
So NACA is a worldwide known organization that helps you prepare the steps to buy a home. Same thing, credit wise, they help you pull your credit. They do the nitty gritty background to make sure your debt ratio is not high to being able to own. You got to make sure you have very low debt. A lot of people right now, I know a lot have either filed bankruptcy. They help you with bankruptcy as well, which a lot of people be afraid of because it seems like, oh, it closed the window for me to own a home. You know what I mean? There's people out there that will help you, first time homeowners and stuff like that, who works with Hub and REO, different kind of organizations like that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Um, so can you tell the viewers who don't think that they're going to be able to qualify for any of these kind of things? Because I know with some first time home buyer programs, you just have to have $1,000 down, and
Mhm.
your credit score just has to be like in the 600s. So can you explain to the people who have like that fear, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this? I mean, it's only literally 1,000, and you have to have like a 600 credit score. Um, can you help me explain to those people how they're able to qualify for these things, and to give them like a little bit of hope on how they can achieve these goals?
You definitely can. If you have a 600 credit score, you would get with a mortgage broker or a real estate agent who can get help you go through the process of the paperwork. There's also foundations and organizations out there that can actually help you with a credit score of 540, even closer to a 600. You don't actually have to be exactly at a 600. Because me personally, when I started the process, I was definitely not at a 600. It had dropped. I'm one of those. And I definitely would tell you, I was not in the 600 when I started the process in order to get me qualified to buy a home. You would reach out to a mortgage broker or a real estate agent who you're close with, or even a family member who knows one, and they will get you started right away. And they will also get you with the best in town.
Okay, and this is so. Are you speaking for people who are trying to get homes in Colorado? Because I know things are different for people
Out of state.
across the nation, out of state. Okay.
Yes, it's basically all the same process, especially if you're with an organization like NACA. They can get you qualified up to $400,000 for your home, and they will get you on like a strict like yearly plan on how to, meet the qualifications, in order to utilize their programs, and what steps and what their rules are for it. So,
Okay. So since we're talking about home ownership, guys, we're gonna bring up this little guide that I brought, and this is courtesy of the California Association of Realtors. So shout out to them. This is all of their information. So home ownership has its benefits, as you guys can see here. If you guys are not able to read this, I will read this for you. Excuse my stuttering if I do stutter. So it says improved educational performance, higher civic participation, lower crime rates, and greater health. Greater health remains the biggest social benefits linked to home ownership. So we're going to take a look at how home ownership affects these different areas. When it comes to health, it says that homeowners and children tend to be happier and healthier than non-owners. The reason may be wealth building effect of home ownership could be home ownership and the sense of control that it brings. It looks like it's also a reduction of crime. It shows that people who are homeowners, um, I guess, have a lower instance of crime more than non homeowners. And then, of course, when it comes to education, homeowners tend to accrue more wealth and save money, such as financial practices associated with lower rates of homeowners' children dropping out of school. And then, last but not least, civic engagement, where homeowners remain likely to participate in local elections and civil groups than renters. So, I just also wanted to just point that out, and I hope I didn't chop it up too much. I will also post the same flyer in the comments, both on YouTube and Facebook. Um, so it definitely has its benefits, because obviously, if you guys know, when you guys are renting, you guys are paying somebody else's mortgage. I hope. So let's not keep doing that. Let's make that change. Um,
yeah.
now, so my question to you would be, why are people so afraid of becoming what they deserve to be, which is, having that land or having that home that they want? Is it that people are scared, like, oh, I don't want a water bill all of a sudden. I don't want to pay to I don't want to pay to get my trash removed. Oh, I don't want. I think that's like part of like the biggest reason why a lot of people don't want to become homeowners is
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, oh, now this I will have another bill I have to pay for.
You know,
Oh,
it's all being financially stable. A lot of people is
that's
afraid of
true.
that because the economy is going crazy. With the elections and the background hitting things that's going on. So your job may be at stake. And that's where saving and being a part of a group will very much help with that. You know what I mean? Now, understand we have to come together and do it together on our own. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 29, going on 30, and I'm about to make my first purchase next year. It's like, oh, well, you should have did it in your early 20s. I personally was not financially stable, in my opinion. I was going
Right.
to school. I was working two jobs. Two or three jobs actually. So it's all about savings as well. That's where the budget comes in, because you can budget to buy a car, you can budget to buy a home. That's the way I look at it. It's the same way. It's about the amount of consistency you want to put into it. You know what I mean? And the amount of work. Like, I had a friend who just filed bankruptcy, right? It says you have to be on your credit for 7 years or something like that to fall off, in order to qualify. There's programs out there will help you even though you have you know, bankruptcy. You know what I mean? It'll
Yep.
be a little bit of a longer process and like different guidelines you have to follow in order to qualify, but you
Mhm.
won't get denied. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So I don't want people out there to be like, oh, I don't have the best credit score. Well, let's get your debt down. Like, you can, I call it shot roulette. It was a game I played to get my debt down. Every 3 or 4 months, I will roll the dice, and whatever numbers that come on the dice, that will be the bill that I'm working on for the next 3 or 4 months, making payments toward. Or, if it's a small bill for a couple $100, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out the window. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Hmm.
So to sit here at 29 and say, I'm not totally debt free, but I'm almost debt free. Like my debt ratio right now is like 80-20%, 80% profit, 20% debt. It was hard. It took some years, but it took patience and consistency to get there.
Absolutely, yeah. It took me a while to pay off a lot of my debts too. So, because I really, like I said, I really want to be a homeowner. I don't want to
Mhm.
be in a rental for the rest of my life. I want to, I want to be the landlord at some point. You
Mhm.
feel me? Like I want to be the landlord. Like you pay the money to me. I don't want to keep paying money to a landlord. So,
Yeah.
um, so much wonderful information. I so appreciate you. Let's continue the conversation. So when it comes to people who we're gonna transfer to what you do with your business, because obviously this episode's also about what you do. So when it comes to Divine Body Studios, what can your clients expect? I'm just letting people know this is a small infomercial for her business, so please pay attention.
Please expect from me to be on you for your consistency. I am not that coach to let you slack off. A little bit to begin with to really get to know you and your schedule and everything. I'm very flexible. But if you really want the results that you want, rather it's to gain body mass or to lose weight or to do a detox, because my mom is certified in her Reiki healing, which is the herbal healing as well. Me, I do the body sculpting and exfoliation, which is a very wonderful thing because everybody loves exfoliated skin. It makes you glow. It brings out you look good, you feel good. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to bring. And then also, like, for your mental health, like, we do mommy and me groups, especially for the moms out there who are brand new mothers. Postpartum can be hard, and I have a lot of friends that are moms. So we like to do mommy and me groups. Like, we do just me and mom one on ones where we just sit and have a conversation. And then I have a licensed therapist who is a friend of mine. We all came together as one and came up with the idea as well, who can help with the mental healing. Because a lot of people don't check up and say, hey, how you doing? How's your day?
Yep.
How's your week? Honestly, like you said, everybody's going through something, you know. And
Absolutely.
yeah, the biggest is, look, the happiest person you see isn't always the happiest in the inside sometimes.
Absolutely. So I just wanted her to talk about her business, and I know you guys are probably wondering, oh, what does this have to do with generational wealth? Well, one of the things that I've noticed as generations have been moving forward is that we don't take care of ourselves.
Hmm.
And I feel like taking care of ourselves should be a part of generational wealth because we want to live long, so we're able to enjoy the fruits of our labor. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring this up to you guys. So if you're in the Denver area, please reach out to her. And if you're flying into Denver and you're like here on vacation and you want to link up with her, please reach out to her on Facebook, Instagram. I will make sure that I put all of her information in the comments, like I said, both on Facebook and YouTube. And then on the other platforms that this will be going on later, which would be Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music and Audible. Do you have any last words for our viewers today?
Also, I wanted to touch bases on building wealth, helping your friends out. We all have came together as like a unit to invest in just ourselves. Like I was explaining, a little insight on a little corporation that might be launched here in about 5-6 months that I'm working on with my dad for a nonprofit organization. It's Camille's Helping Hands, which is basically a corporation that helps you get on your feet, offer that living stability for you, at a discounted rate, but it's a community based thing. You know what I mean? You have your own room, you have your own space, but it's a living home to help you really get started. You know what I mean? We got to come
Absolutely.
together to get each other to that standpoint in order to get that home. So we're helping wipe all of that debt away, little by little.
Absolutely. So did you guys see why I chose her for today's episode? Not only does she help you with your physical, but she also helps you with your mental and also the financial aspect. So please, 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 if you're in the Denver area, please utilize Anyce as your resource. Once again, I will provide all of the information for her in the comments so you guys are able to reach out to her. Guys, amazing guest. Once again, Morning Moses is super excited to partner with her business. She's going to be doing some work on your girl a little bit, because I'm diabetic.
Yes.
Um, and so we're gonna try to get that together. Maybe she won't help me get the ass a little fatter. We'll see. We'll see. You will
Oh no
see.
no. We're gonna
We'll
do it
see.
before. We're gonna do it before and after, during and after about a 6 months. So they're gonna be amazed. Okay.
Okay. They gonna see me. They gonna see me. But guys, as you
Yes.
guys know, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities. Until next time, see you later.
Bye. Gosh.